Welcome back to another edition of Connected Dots. I am Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks. What's good? Yo, I'm rocking my man's merch again. This is my man Malik Sherrod, Brooklyn Varsity Apparel. You know what I mean? If you want something, contact him on his page, Malik Sherrod on Facebook and Malik Sherrod on Instagram. If you can't reach him, contact me, Duquan Hicks. You know my platform status. You can contact me on YouTube on my channel. You can contact me on Facebook, which is Duquan Hicks. Or you can contact me on Instagram at Lewis.Hicks714 for this Brooklyn merch. Just join us bananas, man. I'm representing New York City, representing BK to the fullest. You know what I mean? Big up to all the Brooklyn rappers and all the people from Brooklyn and my cousins and everything like that. We used to argue all day who borough was tough. You know, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, you know what it is, all the time. So anyway, let's get it in. This is what we do on this page. So let's do what we do and do a love. All right? So I want to talk about these drones in Jersey. Now, we got these drones in Jersey that's flying up and doing what they got to do. And all I want to say is, as you know, people are saying they, UFOs, et cetera, but nah, this is the government. This is the government. Why do I say that it's the government? Because if it wasn't the government, don't you think the armed forces would have been out there already trying to take this stuff down? Don't you think they would have been in the air with the Air Force jets and all that stuff trying to do what they got to do? That's how you know it's the government. All the government doing is just testing to see what the drone's doing. They're testing to see how the drones work and also getting data on what we're doing. That's why you hear all those airplanes flying at nighttime sometimes. You like, what's going on? The government. You know, they have classified, G-classified, all this stuff that they doing. All this is the government. And I hate the fact that the government is so secretive, it doesn't want its own citizens to know anything. This is why I cannot trust the government. This is why I cannot trust this country. Because if something's going on, you should let your people be aware of what's going on. Not to scare them, but let them know. All this flying around, this drone secrecy and all this stuff, I'm telling you, them drones are going to get shot up if they get close enough. See, the thing is, you are violating space. You are violating people's rights by flying over, taking pictures, getting data and information. That is not right. That is against the constitutional law. You know what I'm saying? Invasion of privacy. So you can say what you want to say, but that's against the law, what they're doing. And they know it. See, the thing I hate about this place is that the law only works for good people, or I should say the law only works for the people it want it works for. And the law never works for people like me or people like you. You see what I'm saying? So for me, all this drone stuff in Jersey and New York and Los Angeles and San Diego and all these other places, all they do is collecting data and collecting information on how people move and what they're doing, and then see how to move these things. And you got people thinking they're UFOs. No, I'm going to tell you something. They're not UFOs. Because if they were UFOs, our so-called government would be up in the air trying to figure stuff out. And the thing is, they don't even want the police to know. Because you see, when it comes to military and police, they're never on one accord. You know, it's just like the FBI and the police. You ever notice if you watch TV shows, the FBI doesn't give 2 cents about the police? You know what I'm saying? They say, this is my district, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the military. This is my district. You're out of jurisdiction, when y'all supposed to all be on the same page. So that tells you that ego that they got going on with them, fighting within each other. So all I'm saying, America, is don't be fooled by what they show you. Use common sense. And common sense should tell you that this is the government. And all they trying to do is figure things out. And you notice they only do it at night. They're not doing it at daytime. Because we can get a great picture of what it is. They're doing it at nighttime. At daytime, we can take pictures and find out exactly what it is. And that's what the government does with all these secret programs they have. And it's sad because you're making the country look bad. You're making people delay flights. You're making people go through certain situations because you can't be honest with your own country. And that's sad, sad, sad. And I said it. It's sad, yo. For real. Speaking of sad and stuff that we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about AI, for example. So you notice now there's a lot of AI movies coming out with robots in the house, robots in the home, cloning, which Jamie Foxx and them tried to tell you last year with that movie they put out. But I'm telling you, it's even worse than what it is now. You might be walking by somebody who's AI. Your boss might be an AI robot. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point, it's crazy that people are going to start buying AI stuff to replace you. You know what? I don't want a wife, but I'll take a robot because she'll do what I tell her to do. But the only thing about robots are, what happens if robots get into the wrong hands? What happens if robots get into the wrong hands? Then what's going to happen? You see, God has us on this planet for reasons. We're all messengers, but we're different type of messengers. What messenger are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm a messenger, I believe, for the people. I believe the people have the right to know what's going on instead of fooling them and lying to them. So for me, what I look at, the government is on this as well. And AI is taking over. I mean, it's to the point where everybody is going to be out of a job. You see these drones? If you ever watch a movie, watch this video called The Great Reset. It's a cartoon and it's about how life is going to be. No currency. The government is going to use drones to drop food off for you. They're going to give you an allowance. And everything is going to be like a concentration camp where we won't be able to do anything. I'm trying to tell you, the time is coming. These are signs of times are changing. And the sad thing about it is they're not going to tell you. They're just going to do it and enforce it. And you're supposed to go along with it. So like I said before, start taking cash out and put it to the side. Because next, it will be the computer system. I'm telling you, start taking cash out and putting it to the side. Because what they're showing you is blatant stuff. That's what is going to happen in the future. It's just common sense, common law, common knowledge. And the sad thing about it is, this country doesn't care. All they care about is the rich. The people that got the money, oh, they're gonna do whatever they can for them. But the poor people, we're the ones that's gonna suffer, like we always do. And then you expect us to believe you. You expect us to vote for you. You expect us to follow laws. How? When everything is stacked up against us. You can't follow everything if everything is stacked up against me. If everything is stacked up against me, why would I follow it 100%? If everything is stacked up against me. You get what I'm saying? If everything is stacked up against you, you're not going to follow everything the way it's supposed to be, because everything is stacked up against you. You have to figure it out on your own. I don't come on my podcast just to be talking hot air. I come on here to give you knowledge. I'm not going to give you gossip. I might give you gossip every now and then because I'm human. But I like to give you knowledge. That way you can take what I'm saying and be like, you know what? That brother Lou is smart. Yo, that brother Do, he doing his thing. I'm leaning on him. I like what he's saying. I like what he's talking about. It's all about knowledge. It's all about common sense, man. Common sense. The government is doing a lot of things behind us, our back, to get us off things. Think about it. All of a sudden, drones are being sighted. All of a sudden, we're thinking about drones. That means something else is going on. Something else is going on behind your back that we don't know about, because they're not going to say. They're not going to say. And the sad thing is, they don't even want to tell the police, who's supposed to be part of the law. They don't even want to tell them anything. You know why? Because sooner or later, all the police departments will be gone. They'll be defunded. Everything is going to be run by the military. That's why they're not telling the police anything. Because everything is going to be run by the military. The military will be the new police. So policemen, whatever you are, what you're doing, yeah, you're doing a great job. But you see how the government treats you too? You see how the government treats you too? They can't even let you in on what's going on with that classified stuff that they got. This is why I can't never trust what people say when they're in power with the country. And why should you? So that's my take on that. You know what I mean? Those are my takes on that. So it's kind of crazy, ain't it? So I want to talk about one other thing that is really crazy to me. And the more and more I think about it, it's crazy. I want to know what's going on with marriage. What I mean by that is that it seems like people don't honor marriage like it used to. You know what I mean? Like, you have the swingers. You're married, you want to be swingers. You have the married people that want to live in different houses. This is crazy. You have open marriage. So what happened to marriage? It's not sacred anymore. You can't say it's sacred if you ain't following the laws of marriage. Anybody could be married and live over there and be married for 20 years because you don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm over here, you over there. So how's that being married? How's that being married, son? I can't honor that. I can't honor a marriage like that. That's like me having a long time relationship with someone over there and they doing their thing and I'm doing my thing. That's what you call it. I mean, what's the sense of getting married if you're going to do that? You could just do that without the ring. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, I want to know in your comments, what happened to marriage? How did marriage get to this? To where it's okay to go meet other married people and y'all swinging. You're tapping each other's husbands and wives. How did it get to that? How did it get to, we got to open marriage? How did it get to that? How did it get to that? How did it get to, you live over there in Barbados and I live in America? How did it get to that? And we're married. How did it get to that, yo? I want to know. How did it get to that? Because to me, that is not sacred. That is not sacred at all. There's nothing about that makes me go, All it does is put doubt in people who want to get married. That's all it does. It's like, well, damn, if I can do that, what's the sense? What's the sense of, saying I do when I could just do that the rest of my life? So ask yourself, America, and people around the world who's watching, how did this become what it is? This is not sacred. This is like being in Africa and having 8 wives. It's like living in Utah, the Mormon state, and do what the hell you want. So tell me, how did this become what it is? Come on. All the morals are out the window. All the morals are gone. There's no more moral. There's no morality in nothing, it seems like, in this world today. Nothing. Whatever we said, you don't stand for nothing. That's why these kids ain't about nothing. because they watching everything change before their eyes. Think about it. Think about it. When was the last time a teenage person said, I'm going to help mama out? I'm going to help daddy out. Here, I'm going to give you some money to help pay for the bills without you asking. When did that happen? So like I said before, and I say it again, I want America, I want y'all to take a good look at yourselves. This is a look at you moment. Look at yourselves and say to yourself, damn, what do I need to do to make me better? What do I need to do to influence my children to go the right way? I want everybody, including myself, I'm going to do the same thing. Take a look at yourself and say, damn, how can I influence these people to do the stuff the morally way, the right way? So think about that, America. I'm serious. This is how I do, man. I come with the real, I say the real, and spit the real. This is what I do. All right? So anyway, with that being said, this is another episode of Connected Dots. I'm your host, Duquan Hicks, a.k.a. Lou Icewater. So, check me out. Remember, get that merch from my man, Brooklyn Varsity Apparel, Malik Sherrod. Yo, one life, one love, one Lou. Peace, blessings.